Hello guys, my name is Jagannadh and in this video I'm going to discuss with you the chapter 2 of the Digiqs book, which is very important for the placement and internship purposes. These are the direct questions from this book will be asked into the interviews. So I've already completed teaching the first chapter of this book. If you haven't watched it till now, please go ahead and watch the first video. In this I have discussed about the chapter 1 solutions. Binary system is completed. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss with you the chapter 2 and chapter 3. So, without wasting any time, let's discuss the solutions for these two chapters. Yeah. So, the first question here is asked is, which gates are called as universal gates? So, the direct question for this answer is NAND and NOR. Why NAND and NOR? Because by using the NAND and NOR, you can able to create any of the Boolean function. That means any gate, AND gate or gate, whatever the gate may be or whatever the Boolean function may be, that can be created by using only NAND and NOR gates. And this unique feature is not available in any other gates. Only NAND and NOR gates are able to recreate any kind of logical function by using any of the thing. So that is the first question answer. And the second question is, how many min terms or max terms will be there for n inputs? So for n inputs, the maximum number is equal to 2 to the power of n. Means for suppose n is equals to 2. So for n is equals to 2, say AB. So A and B can be, all the possibilities are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So these possibilities will be becoming A dash B dash, AB dash B, and AB dash AB. So in this way, only two variables will be creating four min terms and the corresponding four max terms. So if the variable count is equals to 3, then the maximum count will be equals to 8 for the both of the cases. So the maximum number of the how many number of min terms and max terms for the n inputs is 2 to the power of n is the answer for this question. For the third question, give the min term and max terms corresponding to 6 and 15 numbers respectively. So what he is asking is, for 6, how 6 can be represented? For the 4 inputs, it's 0, 1, 1, 0 in the binary form, and for the 15, we can represent as 1, 1, 1, 1 in the binary form. So this binary means the base 2 is the binary form. So clearly, what is the min term for this 0, 1, 1, 0? That is, if A, B, C, D is there, A, B, C and D, then the corresponding maximum min term is, the min term is basically A, B, C, D dash, and the corresponding max term is A, A plus B dash plus C dash plus D. And in this case, this A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, this is the corresponding min term, and the corresponding max term is A plus B plus D plus C. So this is the corresponding max term and this is the corresponding min term for the 6 and 15 numbers respectively. That is the solution for the third question. In fourth question, in how many ways can an AND gate be converted into an inverter? Show all the possibilities. So the NAND gate, which is a universal gate basically, how it can be converted into the inverter. There are two possibilities. One is if A is given, if the same input is given for both of the things, then that will becomes A dash. Suppose if A is equals to 0, then the corresponding input to the NAND gate is 0 and 0, and if A is equals to 1, the corresponding input is 1 and 1. And for the NAND gate, for the AND gate, if both the inputs are 0, it is 0 and 1 respectively. For the NAND case, it is 1 and 0 respectively. So for 1, the output is 0, for 0, the output is 1, which is basically an inverter. So this is one implementation of an NAND gate as an inverter, and You can basically give one to one input and the logic to another input. Here, when 1 and 0 and 0 and 1, 1 and 1, none 0 0. So if this is A and this is 1, so now we'll be coming to only these cases. If it is 0 and 1, for the AND the output will be 0, for the NAND the output will be 1. For the 1 and 1 the AND the output will be 1 and for the NAND output will be 0. So for the 0 input the output will be 1, for the 1 input the output will be 0, which is again acting as an inverter. So this is another implementation of NAND as an inverter. The same goes for the NOR also. By using NOR also we can implement the same. I think that will be 0 one case. So that is the solution for the fourth question. Coming to the fifth one, how many number of two input AND gates are required to generate an input AND gates? So here the AND gates, first suppose n is equals to 3, then how we can represent an AND gate? A, B, the output can be given to, and C, and so on. So for the n input AND gates, n is equals to 3, we got 2 AND gates required. Similarly, for n is equals to 4, we will be requiring another AND gate, D. Now it is equals to 3. So the answer will be n minus 1 AND gates. For the number of 2 input AND gates, here 2 is very important. If this is not the case for the 3 input and 4 input AND gates, so for the 3 input AND gate, directly for n is equals to 3, it is equals to 1. Another AND gate is not required. Now he is asking only for n is equals to 2 case. For n is equals to 2 case, the answer is n minus 1. So that is the answer for the fifth question. Now state De Morgan's law. The De Morgan's laws will be studying from the childhood from the 10th class itself. There in the sets we'll be having De Morgan's law. So in the similar way, what are these A plus B plus C? For suppose for the three input case, if this complement is equals to A dash dot B dash dot C dash. Here the R will be represented. R will be replaced by the and the complement for the whole thing is distributed to individual logical elements, and this is the first De Morgan law. The second is the reverse case. A dot B dot C whole bar is equals to A dash plus B dash plus C dash. So this is what the De Morgan's laws means. The same goes for the sets. In our childhood we'll be having A union B whole complement is equals to A complement intersection B complement in a similar way. Now here complement is represented by the plus and dot signs which are representing or and respectively. That is the solution for the sixth question. In the seventh one, if it is given that A and B will not be 1 at the same time, what will be the equivalent logical gate for an XOR gate? Here A and B will not be 1 at the same time, means all the cases are 0 0 for A and B, 0 1 1 0 1 1. Here A and B not be 1. So this is the don't care case. Now whenever if it is both are equals to 0, then it is 1, then it is 0, sorry. If it is both 0 and 1, then it is 1 XOR. If when it is 1 and 0, XOR is 1, and this is the don't care case. So if we consider it as 1, then the corresponding logical is equals to 0 1 1 1 for 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. This is what? This is an OR gate, right? Hence, for A and B XOR gate, it is equals to OR. That is this one. Now, if any of the inputs of an XOR gate are inverted, any of the inputs of an XOR gate are inverted, XOR gate will works as. Here, the inputs to the XOR gate are inverted. In ESA consider this is A and this is B, right? Now, A is inverted, means the input coming to the XOR gate is inverted. For the same case, what will be the input to the XOR is 1 and 0, 1 and 1, and 1 and 0 and 0. This is the don't care case, right? So it is 0 and 1. This is a don't care case because this case doesn't occurs to the XOR. Now we are supposed to look into this one. For a 1 and 0, what will be the output? That will be equals to 1. For 1 and 1, what will be the output? It is equals to 0. And for 0 and 0, it is equals to 0. For this one, if you consider it as 1, then it is a NOR gate. Sorry, it's a, if you consider it as 0, then it is simply equals to, for these inputs, 0 and 0, 0 and 1, 1 and 0, 1 and 1. For these set of inputs A and B, if 1 0 0 0 is the output, then what is the logical gate? It is nothing than NAND. Because for AND it is 0 0. For, sorry, yeah, NOR. For 0 1 and 1 and 1, the outputs are reversed. 1 0 0 0. It is NOR. If you consider this as 0, now if you consider this as 1, means like this is a don't care case, right? Now for the inputs of 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, the corresponding output is 1 0 0 1. This is what the inverse for XOR, which is XNOR. Now no confusion. Just here this last bit has two cases because this doesn't occur. So we can consider it as both 0 and both as 1. For the 0 case, it is NOR. For the 1 case, it is XNOR. So this is the output. This is the answer for this question. Answer for this 8th question. Sorry, 7th question. Two cases. This is NOR and NOR. That is, now state the Shannon's expansion theorem and representing a Boolean function by its cofactors. The Shannon's expansion theorem is basically, if we are given a function, say now I'm considering the case of two variables a and b. Now this function can be represented as a dash into f of 0 comma b plus of a into f of 1 comma b. Here a dash, if we are taking outside, the logical now whenever we have substituted 0 in the place of a, now whatever the remaining function, that can be multiplied with the a dash. So here this becomes 1, and this a dash and a are such that whenever a is equals to 0, this term, whenever we substituted 1 in the terms of a, now we will be getting equivalent that is multiplied by a. Whenever we substitute 0 in the entire Boolean function, the equivalent thing that will be multiplied by a dash. So such that whenever a is equals to 0 in the whole function, only this term will be remaining. When a is equals to 1, only this term will be remaining and this will be cancelling because it isn't multiplied by a dash. Whenever a is equals to 1, a dash becomes 0 and this term will be cancelled out. Whenever a is equals to 0, this term will be cancelling out. So this is a kind of separating the each and every values. So this is the Shannon's expansion theorem. This can be, if it is more variables like a, b, c, then the nested Shannon's expansion will be working such that f of a comma b comma c is there. Now a dash, what is the a dash f of 0 comma b comma c plus of a f of 1 comma b comma c. This can be further expanded as a dash into f of 0 comma 0 comma c into b dash plus of b into f of 0 comma 1 comma c, and plus a into f of 1 comma 0 comma c into b dash plus f of 1 comma C into B. So in this way, the nested expansion will be working. Shannons, for the case of more variables greater than 2. For the case of a 4, the same continues. In the A dash into B dash into f of 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma D into C dash plus of and so on. In this way, the nested expansion of Shannon's expansion will be working. So this is, he's asking, yeah, by its cofactor. Yeah, that's it. So write cofactors of f of a and f of a dash for this thing. So as I've already explained, if you want the cofactor for f of a, you just need to substitute the value of a to be equals to 1. When a is equals to 1, that means bd plus bcd dash plus a dash. Here a dash is equals to z. So when it is equals to 1, this becomes 0. So these terms will be cancelling out. So this is the only remaining term, which is cofactor of f of a. If you want f of a dash, you just need to substitute a as 0. Then 0 into bd this will be cancelling, and bcd will be remaining there because it is not having any a term. bcd dash plus a dash. Here a is equals to 0, so 0 complement is 1. So 1 into b dash c dash. So this will be remaining b dash c. So this is the cofactor of f of a dash. So this is the answer for this ninth question. How many unique Boolean functions can exist for n number of inputs? For n number of inputs, there are 2 to the power of 2 to the power of n. For suppose n is equals to 2. So the all kind of functions that can be represented as 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So 2 to the power of 4 is equals to 16. So this actually, if you look into two variables, it can be and, it can be man, it can be XOR, it can be XNOR, and like so on. It will be having total 16 functions, and these 16 functions, there is a particular kind of expansion. Like, so there is a mathematical proof for this question also. It's also given in the solution manual. So for n inputs, there are n inputs are there. Now all the possible terms of min terms are total k possible, which are 2 to the power of n. This is again in the second question. I think in the second question we have discussed it. For n inputs, for n number of inputs, the total number of min terms or max terms are 2 to the power of n. Now any Boolean function is a combination of min terms. All the combination of min terms. There are for all these min terms, there are these many min terms, right? So these 2 to the power of n, there are many type of combinations are possible for each and every min term. And so we can represent this the permutation combination k c0. Here k are there, right? So all possible Boolean functions can be represented in this way. Out of these all k means the total number of minterms, 2 to the power of n types of minterms are there, right? Now if you need a function, this function can be can be formed by using any of the minterm. For suppose a dash b dash, a dash b, a b dash, a b. Now if we're having 4 minterms here, right? So we can have function based on this a dash b dash. This is one function, and a dash b plus a dash b dash is another function, and a dash b dash plus a b dash is another function. So if you look into this, all the combinations of these, all the minterms, is all the possible combinations of the available minterms will be defining a unique function. So here we are having total k k numbers, k things are there. So all the combinations of k will be representing a particular unique function. So the all the combinations of k, the count of all combinations can be represented as kc0. No, we're selecting nothing out of all the minterms. We're selecting nothing means every time the output is equals to 0. And kc1 here in this case, this is like kc1 out of all the 4 we're selecting 1, and for this one we're having kc1 now plus kc2. K is equals to 4 in this case. K is equals 4 in this case. Now out of all these things we're selecting any 2. So this is a particular kind of, this forms some functions which are of 2 minterms. And kc3, out of all the 4 we're taking 3 groups. We're taking 3 minterms and which are, we're making a particular unique function. So in this similar way, this goes on for all the k, c, k means the entire all the inputs are taken. So basically that will be representing 1. For any kind of input, the output will be equaling to 1. So kc0 plus kc1 plus kc2 plus up to so on kcn. So in our intermaths we have done this already. So what is the equivalent is 2 to the power of k. Like here we're having nc0 plus nc1 plus up to so on ncn, and that this value is equaling to 2 to the power of n, because it is 1 plus 1 combination of n. If we expand this one, we will be getting this thing. So this is represented as 2 to the power of n. Here n is equals to k. Here n is equals to k. What is k? K is equals to 2 to the power of n. So 2 to the power of 2 to the power of n functions are possible for n inputs. So that is what the 10th question is asked. How many unique Boolean functions can exist for n number of inputs? So that is the 10th question answer. So 2 to the power of 2 to the power of n. Now I have discussed with you this mathematical theorem and what exactly it is. So you will not never forgot this thing. Now coming to the 11th question, mention the logical gates for which 3 input implementation cannot be obtained from 2 input gates. How do you implement them? Here it's NAND and NOR, like NAND, NOR and XNOR. These three you are not, XNOR means XOR ka complement, NOR and NAND. Here these three you can't implement by using only two two input gates. You need at least 3 inputs, because for the NAND what is A B whole complement, so A bar plus B bar. Here you need a complementation for A bar, you need a complementation for B bar. Excuse me. So in between there is a plus, so you need an OR gate. So here by two input gates, without any complemented outputs you have given, you need at least 3 for here. And for the NOR also, A plus B whole bar is NOR, which is A bar dot B bar. Here you need a AND gate for A bar, and you need an AND gate for B, and you need an AND at the ending. So you need at least 3 two input things. And similar for XOR also. So this is the case for the 11th one. What is the output of the circuit shown below? Let me clear this thing once. I have done this already. Yeah. Now, what is the output of the circuit? This is X. This is X bar. And this is again X. So, this is what? This is XOR. X bar plus, sorry, if this is A and this is B, what will be the AB bar plus A bar B, right? Here A is equals to X and B is equals to X bar. Now A B bar means X bar whole bar plus it is X bar and X bar. So this is basically X plus X bar. If you, what is X plus X bar? It is equals to 1. Yeah. So X plus X bar equals to 1. The output of this will becoming 1, and this X remains the same because it is just passed over here. and this is 1 and this is x. We already discussed about this thing, XOR 1 and x. Now whenever x is equals to 0, that becomes 1 and 0, it becomes 1. Whenever x is equals to 1, that becomes 1 and 1, which is equals to 0. So basically here this acts as an AND gate. So here the output of this thing is x bar and this is x. Here x and x bar, again it is passed into this output, which is XOR. So again this repeats, which is the case of this. The XOR of x plus x bar, which is equals to, if it is equals to 1 and this equals to 0, if it is equals to 0, this equals to 1. So all the cases the output will be 1. That is the output which is equals to 1. It's always high. That is the output of the 12th question. Now coming to the 13th one, given implementation of XOR using minimum number of NAND gates. This is a very interesting question. Removing this entire thing. Yeah. So, what is an XOR? A B bar plus A bar B. So, here it can be represented as, if you think this one, add A bar plus A bar B. If you look into this thing, if you add this, basically this term is equals to 0, right? So it does no harm in adding this thing, A bar plus A bar B. Now if you remove A bar, now that becomes A plus B, right? That becomes A plus B. Or if you add B bar, sorry, A bar to AB bar. In this case, what happens is, if you remove this A into A bar dot A bar plus B bar. Now what you need is a NAND gate. So these are the two cases. Like if you need to do some extension, so will you be able to create this using an NAND gate? Of course, this is not possible because A plus B is an OR, direct implementation of OR, and this is an A bar. So if you look into this thing, this is not able to possible by using an AND gates. If you look into this carefully, this A bar plus B bar, if you see A dot B whole bar, which is a NAND gate. So A into A dot B whole bar. This is what the first term. In the similar way, if you look into A bar B, what you need to add is, here you got this by adding A bar. Now we'll be getting BB bar. Now removing this B, you get A bar plus B bar. This is equals to B into A dot B whole bar. All, all we need to do in this case for this question particularly is to add, to somehow represent the given A B bar or A bar B term into some combination of NAND. We need to extract a NAND from this. So what we need to do, but directly we can't do anything. So adding A bar doesn't harm the equation at all because A bar or B bar is equals to 0. The AND of an particular value and its complement is 0. So by using this small technique, we have somehow converted the given these two terms into B into A dot B whole complement plus A into A dot B whole complement. So this is the output. By we need to do this by using NAND gates. How you will be using? Now we have one NAND and two NAND. And if you look into these things carefully, if you keep an and over there, if you take a var over there, what will happen is a into a dot b whole bar dot a into a dot b whole bar b into this whole bar, and that will be like this. Now if you look into this thing, what is this again? It's an AND, right? This is a first input A, and this is a second input A dot B bar, and there is a whole, this is an and there is a whole complement over there. Here B dot A dot B whole complement, and there is a complement. So there, this is one AND gate, this is one AND gate, this is second AND gate, this is fourth AND, this is third AND gate, this is fourth AND gate, and if you look into this completely, this whole bar, so this is one value, this is another value, whole value, these two are ANDed, and there is a complement, so this is an AND gate. So finally you have converted in this one into a combination of, by using 5 NAND gates, that is a dot, I will remove this again, I will remove this part. That is a dot b whole complement dot this one whole complement name. I will keep a bar over there, dot b into a dot b whole complement bar and whole bar. This is the answer. What? 5 NAND gates. If you want to draw me this thing, so that becomes a b, because a dot b whole bar, right? This is a dot b whole bar, and this is going to two NAND gates. This is an AND gate, this is an AND gate, where the inputs are A and B. Now the results will be going to another NAND gate, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, by using only 4 things we got. This is one. Oh yeah, basically here A dot B and A dot B, so it is 4 itself, much better. Like here A dot B bar and A dot B bar is repeated twice, right? This same NAND gate is used. So instead of using two NAND gates, we have, by using only single NAND gate, we got the output. This is by 4 NAND gates. I've counted this twice. Okay. And finally A XOR B is the output. So this is how you will be implementing XOR by using minimum number of NAND gates. At the ending, the similar question is there for XNOR or some NOR. I think the same goes for that case also. In that case, we will be considering this first case, not this first case, the second case. By using this first case, we can able to do the NOR at that time. We will coming to that slowly after completing each and everything in between. So for the 14th question, sorry for that. For the 14th question, an assembly line has 3 fail-safe sensors and 1 emergency shutdown switch. So the line should be keep moving unless any of the following is emergency sensor ones, and here basically we have 4 variables. So emergency is there, sensor 3 is there, sensor 2 is there, sensor 1 is there. So if you look into this, it's 0000, 0001, 0010, 0011, 0100, 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. And for all these 8 values, the output is 1 because the emergency switch. This is the bit for emergency switch, right? Whenever the emergency switch is pressed, so for all this value, the output is 1. Okay, for 8 of this 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 for 8 of this. And if the sensor 1 and sensor 2 are activated at the same time, means this first two values. So this is the case and this is the case. This one it is 1 and this one it is 1. If sensor 2 and sensor 3 are activated at the same time, sensor 2 and sensor 3, so this is the case and this case is again coming. If all the sensors are activated at the same time, it is already there. So these are the cases where the sensor will be activated and the remaining it is 0. So suppose a combinational circuit for above case is to be implemented only with the NAND gates. How many minimum number of 2 input NAND gates are required? So the K map will be coming as, if you, I will be adding a note. Now I'm increasing the width. Yeah. Now we need to use the K map over here. Now for this is S2, S1 and emergency and S3. 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. If you look into this 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1 1 and 1 for all these cases it is 1. So this is one case for covering it. This is another one and this all is another one. If you simplify it, it becomes F is equals to A plus BC plus CD. Now this is the value A plus BC plus CD. F is equals to A plus BC plus CD. So this is coming as a result of the K map. Now what we need to do is they're asking to make this particular kind of thing in the terms of NAND gates and the two minimum number of 2 input NAND gates. So the same we need to do here. If you look into BC and CD, so BC plus CD. Here if you do like this, now BC bar dot CD bar and whole bar. Now if you look into this BC dot, here this is a NAND gate, right? This is an AND gate and this is an AND gate, and if you look into this, this is the first input, this is the second input, there is an AND between and there is a bar over upper. So here it represents as 3 NAND gates and this is compulsory, that is for sure. Now this entire thing can be represented as A plus BC bar dot CD bar whole bar. Now this again, like it is whenever A plus B is there, then that can be represented into 3 NAND gate output, like A dot bar B dot whole bar. Because if you keep complement, that will resulting into this thing. The similar case is for this one. Now this can be represented as by using two complements, which is here A double dash is equals to A. This is the rule I'm using again and again over here. Whenever there is a NAND or NOR equivalence of any logical circuit, we need to do this is in the double complement, and we need to leave the above complement alone, and we need to make the below terms by using the De Morgan's law, which is already discussed above in the initial questions. Now that becomes A bar dot BC bar dot CD bar, and there is another bar, and there's a whole bar. So this is the NAND representation of the given circuit. So the NAND representation here, how many NAND gates are required is this is for the A complement we need one NAND gate. For the BC we need one NAND gate. For the CD bar we need one NAND gate. And for this complement we need one NAND gate. For this complement we need one NAND gate. And for this entire thing we need one NAND gate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need total 6 NAND gates to represent this one. So if you need the diagram, then that comes like this. First of all, I will write this. I think this is clear. So for the value for this, f is equals to a plus bc plus cd. This function comes from this k map, and like here this is 1 and this is 1 and this is 1. So the resulting is this one. Now if you want to make this in the function of in the form of a logical gates, that becomes here c is separating, right? So and this is b, and there is an not sorry NAND. This is a d, and c is for both of these values. Now these two are performing a NAND again, and there is an AND again for the inversion operation, and at this point we are having a AND NAND, and this comes to another NAND. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the representation, right? This is the final answer for this question. So if you have any doubts, pin in the comments. I will be explaining. I am closing this one. Okay. So this 14th question is completed. Now coming to the 15th one, the majority function is 1, which gives 1 if the input has more ones than zeros. The majority function is, so what he is asking is to find the majority function for the 3-input function. 3-input majority function means the output is 1, is the one which gives 1. The output is 1 if input has more ones than zeros. Basically, if you represent it as 3 input, right? So it is A, B, C, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. This is 4, these are 4. So this is the output wherever it is the number of ones is greater than zeros. The output will be coming 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Like, I think I was missing one thing. Yeah, this here is a partition. So now what is asking is here AOI means nothing, or and or implementation. That is and or implementation is wrong. So again, same procedure. We need to do the K-map. So here, if you look carefully, this This question repeats many times. So I have actually memorized this thing here. Whenever any of the two combinations are equals to 1, then the output will be becoming 1, because if A, B or B, C or A, C, any of the two combinations both are equals to 1, then the output is 1. So that is the function for this question. AB plus BC plus AC. If you do the K-map very easily, which is done as the before question, again it will be the same. So the answer output Y is equals to AB plus BC plus AC. Now what he is asking is and or implementation for the three input measure function. So this is an and, this is an and, this is an and this is an or, this is an or. So basically we need five total and or. We need three ands and two ors to represent this function. A, B, C, C, A, and you need OR, and you need OR output. That's it. These are these OR, this is OR, these three are three AND gates. So this is what the 15th question. Now the 16th one, then number of XNOR gates are connected as shown below. How does this circuit work? Now this actually works as here. This basically it is a NOR XNOR gate. XNOR gate, if n is equals to even, basically if these two is there, nothing is there, n is equals to 2. What it is? It's an XNOR, right? The same goes for n is equals to, whenever n is equals to even, the same goes, it is XNOR of n input XNOR. Now if n is an even odd, say the case of this one. Now this is an XNOR, right? If it is 0 0 or 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, whenever it is equaling to both 0 and 0, both 1 and 1, the output will be coming to 1. Now, in the case of this one, if it is equals to 0 0 0 or 1 0 or 1 0 or 1 0 or 1, in the case of all times the output will be either it is 1, either it is 0, right? For the case of 0 and 0, the output of XNOR is 1. The output will be 1. Now if the input A3 is 0, 0 and 1 will be becoming, the output will be becoming 0. Now if you look into this, if it is 0 and if it is 0 and if it is 0, so the case of 3 0 0 0 0, the output will be becoming 1, because for the first two 0 0, the output is 1 for the XNOR, and 1 and 0, the output is equals to 1. In the case of 1, and the output of 0 0 XNOR is 1. For the case of 1 as A3, 1 and 1, the output will becoming 0. So if you look into total 0 0, yeah. Hmm. 1 second. Yeah. Actually, I think I have missed something over here. Better I will be writing in this manner 0 0 0. I will use this notes. Yeah. Now here 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0. Yeah. Now A B C, and Actually, I've confused a little bit over there. Here, for the 0 0 case, for the 0 0, the output will be coming 0. So 0 0 case, output will be 1. Now here, whenever the A3 is equals to 0, now 0 and 1. 0 and 1, what will be the output of an XNOR? The output of an XNOR for a 0 1 case, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. For XNOR it is 1 and it is 0 0 and 1 again. So for this case the output will be equaling to 0. So that's what I have confused over here. I have actually thought initially it is XNOR and I have defined as it is an XOR. So that's a small mistake from my side. Now this is 1 and whenever A2 is equals to 0, now 1 and 0 becoming 0. Now whenever A2 is equals to 1, for the 0 0 case, for the 0 0, the first XNOR value will be 1. Now the value of A2 is equals to 1. So for 1 1 case, what is the output of an XNOR? And it is equals to 1. So if you clearly observe, for the 0 0 0 case, the output is equals to 0. For the 0 0 1 case, the output is equals to 1. And the same trends goes for all the values. It actually behaves like a XOR. So that is the case for n is equals to odd. For n is equals to odd, n is equals to an odd number, whether it is 3, whether it is 1, whether it 1 is not possible basically because it's a 2 input one. So whenever n is equals to 3, 5, 7 for all the values which are greater than 2, for all the odd numbers, this consecutive gate behaves as an XOR gate. Whenever n is equals to an even number which starts from the 2, for the 2, 4 and all the numbers which are greater than equals to 2, the value is equals to XOR itself. It doesn't change. So that is the answer for the 16th question. Sorry for the small disturbance over here. Now coming to the 17th question. So the implementation of XNOR gate using minimum number of NOR gates. By using minimum number of NOR gates. This is what I have discussed in the earlier question. Here AB bar plus AB whole bar is what an XNOR is. Right? Now this A plus B whole bar. So basically it is an NOR, right? A plus B whole bar. Now what you need to do is you need to represent this small single terms as an combination of a NOR gates. So this is what our job is. So A B bar plus A bar. Now what is coming over here? If you take A as an output, A is taken, B bar plus A bar. If you look into this carefully, A dot B whole bar. So into A, this is what it is coming, right? But you don't need, here you are not able to make this as NOR. So using B bar. Now what? A B bar plus B bar. Now if you take B bar outside, what you will be getting is A plus B, right? If this is an A plus B, if you look into this carefully, apply two complements, which is basically equals the same. Now what we'll be getting is B plus A plus B whole complement whole bar by using De Morgan's theorem. This is what we are getting over here. So if you look over here carefully, this is a NOR gate and this entire thing is a NOR gate. So this is what our job is. We need to do this simple thing. Now A bar B Similarly, we need to do A bar. A bar is complemented, separated. Distribution theorem. A plus B will be there. What we can do is double complement and A plus B whole bar and whole bar. This is an 2 nor. This is a 2 nor, and this entire outside thing is a single NOR. So again, now by using 5 NOR gates, you can do again the same mistake. Here A plus B bar NOR gate is repeated twice. So by using only 4 NOR gates, you can able to implement X NOR. So if you want to represent this into A, B, NOR, right? This is going to B. This is going to A. Now these two are going to the final market, and this X NOR of XNOR X XNOR of B. This is what the answer for this question. Similar to the which we have done in case of XOR by using NAND gates. This is what this question is. So what is the 18th question? Explain parity generation and its significance. Yeah, the parity means by using the signal transmission, by using the transmission in the case of the bits, you are using the bits, you are transferring bits, a bit stream which is composed of only zeros and ones from one place to another place. So in due to because of the external disturbances and internal noise, the bits will be flipped. Now we don't know whether the given input is correct or wrong. Then we have added a small kind of checking, what which is called as a parity checking. So basically, parity means nothing but the count of ones in a given bit stream. For suppose it is 00111010. This is the given bit. Now number of ones is 0, 1, 2, 3. So totally 3 bits are there, right? 3 1 bits. So this is an odd parity. We have defined it as like this: the number of ones, the count of number of ones in a given bit stream is if it is an odd, then it is an odd parity. If it is an even, it is an even parity. So this parity, it's like acting as an extra checking whether now we have known the information that it is an odd parity. We will be adding another checking parity bit, but we need to convert the given parity. If we are if the system is for the not parity, then if the even parity is coming, now we need to add an extra bit such that it becomes an odd parity. Now we have transmitted an odd parity. Basically, it is all the number of ones is equals to 1. Now this one is transmitted to another place, and odd parity is transmitted to another place. Now here it is again an odd parity 1. If we check out from this place, if it is like an odd, now I know that whether 2 bits are changed, like 00 is changed to 1 1. Again, it is the wrong one we have received, but without having nothing, it is just the first step of having some kind of error correction. So again, if we have received a not one, then we suppose that it is not infected or it is not changed. It is a very small checking such that we have received the same kind of bit stream from the source to the receiver. Similarly, for the even case, if it is an even one, then we will be giving the same to the. If we have received the same even parity, then that is again called as an same correct one. Now that is the 17th question solution. So I will be removing this one. What is asked in the 18th question is explain the parity generation and its significance. Sorry, that is the 17th question. Now 19th. Which logical gates can be used as parity generators? Yeah, again the same universal gate XOR. Sorry, not universal gate. Sorry for the XOR gate. We will be using XOR a lot of times. That's why I've called it, but it's not a universal. NAND and NOR are universal gates. So XOR gate can be used as an even parity because these are parity generators, XOR, whenever the count of the number of ones is equals to an odd number, then the XOR value becomes high. It becomes 1. So all the given function, the number of bits are odd. Now this becomes high if we add the value of the function XOR to the given value, given boolean bit stream, and another bit which is represented only for this one. Now this odd and this one becomes an even value. In the similar case, XNOR. XNOR means the inverse of the XNOR. If everything is equals to even, then the output is equals to 0. Nothing will coming as an will be having 1 as an output. So this can be used as an odd parity generator. We need an odd number. Everything is an even number. The total number of ones in the given bit stream is an even number. Now by adding this XNOR of all the given bits into the given bit stream at the ending or at the starting or at the end of any position in the bit stream, we will be having an extra 1 into the bit stream that will be making an odd parity. The count of ones at the end, by including this parity, will be becoming equals to an odd number. So XNOR is high whenever the all the count of the ones in the given input bit stream is equals to even number. So even a plus a single bit, that will be becoming an odd number. Initially it is an odd, then the XNOR will be becoming 0 and the odd parity remaining the constant. The same goes for the even. That is the 19. The 20, what is the parity of 1 0 1 1 1 0 1? Same 1 2 3 4 5. Odd parity. 1 2 3 4 even parity. That is very simple question. Give a circuit for 4-bit even parity checker. So here even parity checker. Checker means by using, if it is an even, then use XOR. That is a simple one. 4-bit, and explain the same how it can be used for parity generation. So yeah, A B C D, and so this is the output. This is basically A XOR B XOR C XOR D. So this is parity checker. Now it basically count if for even work, right? If all the count of then high. Now by adding this one to the given bit stream, the total count becomes odd. That's why it is high. Becomes an even number. So for parity checker, yeah, so that it can be reused for parity generation. This is what by the total becoming an odd plus a high becoming an even number. So that this is how the even the XOR can be used as an odd even parity checker, and it can be used as an even parity generator also. Now coming to the 22nd question. Design a combination circuit by using XOR gate that converts 4-bit gray code number with 4-bit binary number. This gray code is again already discussed very deeply, briefly in the previous video. If you haven't yet seen the video, please go through that video. I will put that video in the description. And so, yeah. Gray code is nothing but the difference between each and every subsequent bits is equals to 1. It's constant, and he's just asking the design the XOR the combinational circuit for using XOR. It is very known, like G3, G2, G1, G1, G0. These are the gray code, and B3, B2, B1, B0. So this remains the constant. Here what he's asked is gray code to 4-bit binary number, right? Yeah, he this so this remains constant, and the XOR value of these two will be becoming bit 2, and the XOR value of this one and this one, basically this bit 2, will be becoming the bit 1, and XOR value of this one and this one becoming this bit. It is briefly discussed in the previous video, so check that one, how I got this one. If you want to reverse this, again the similar value. This is gray to binary conversion, that is binary to gray conversion. Very simple one. Coming to the 23rd question, draw the enable circuit enable such that out will only get 2 and 3 pulses of. Okay. Here only 2 pulses, the second pulse and third pulse should be coming outside. So what we need to do is we need to make enable high over this region. That's it. That's it. That is the answer for this question. Very simple. This is understanding of an AND gate. It's nothing but an AND gate, right? So over here, the output this for all these pulses. Whenever clock enable is 1, then those clock will be displayed over here. That is this one. This is nothing. This is very simple. Which logical gate can be used to find out whether two single bit inputs are equal or not? And it is again XNOR. So 0, 0, 1, 1, it is 1, it is 1. Whenever it is both are equal, it is 1. Both are equal, it is 1. Simple. What is the difference between NAND gate and a negative AND? This is, it's the, if you look into this NAND, what is NAND? A, B, whole bar, which is equals to A dot plus B bar. What is a negative AND? Means A bar dot B bar. This is what a negative AND is. So this also can be represented as A plus B whole bar. A very much difference is there. This is a complement of an OR gate, and this is complement of an AND gate. So basically this is the difference between NAND and the negative AND. Negative AND means this one, like the inputs will be negative complemented. A output. This is the 25th question. How to obtain the dual of a Boolean equation? So the dual means by replacing the AND with an OR with an AND in the Boolean equation gives the dual. That is the similar thing. That is the like AND will be represented by and OR will be represented by AND. By using this one, we get the dual. So here it is simple a comparator again, which is in the 24th question. XNOR, which is fourth one. Half adder is XOR. Third one, any one input is 1, any input is 1, output is 0. It is NOR. Any one input is 0, output is 1. It is NAND. So over here I have completed this second chapter. So I have explained briefly each and every question. If you have any doubt in any of the question, you can comment me below. I will explain and I will read each and every comment. So if you like my if you like my explanation in this chapter, and if you want much more like this content, so do subscribe and like, share, and subscribe for this video. So thank you.